Hey everyone! Welcome back to Hana's English Corner. I'm Hana, and this is your little moment to relax, smile, and learn some real English you can actually use.
And I'm Ethan. Here, we don't chase perfect grammar. We focus on real life English, the kind you can use in everyday conversations.
Exactly. And today we're talking about a universal topic food and eating out in English. Because whether you're traveling or just having dinner with friends, you need to talk about what's on your plate.
This is essential because you'll use these phrases every single day. We'll cover how to order politely, describe amazing flavors, and handle any special requests naturally.
We'll share our own kitchen stories and restaurant experiences to make your learning delicious.
All right, let's start with the most important part ordering at a restaurant. Let's dive in. When you're at a restaurant, politeness is everything. Instead of just pointing, you need the right structures.
The simplest and most polite way is using I'll have or I'd like to order. For example, I'll have the chicken pasta, please. You can also use the question form. Could I get or can I get? Could I get a glass of water, please? This sounds very natural in spoken English. And when the waiter asks what you want, don't forget to use for if you're specifying a course. I'd like the soup for my starter and the steak for my main course.
And what about drinks? I'm just having water, thanks, or I'll take a soda. Keep it short and clear.
One quick tip. When you finish, don't say I finished. Say, I'm all done. It sounds much more natural.
That's a great phrase. Remember, polite language makes your English sound confident and fluent.
Food is about feelings and sensations. We need more than just good or bad.
Exactly. Let's start with taste. Use spicy, sweet, sour, salty, and bitter.
My friend recently made a curry that was so spicy my mouth was on fire, but in a good way.
And when the taste isn't strong enough, you can say it's bland. The rice was a bit bland, but the sauce was delicious.
Now, texture? This is fun. If something is crispy, like a chip, it's crunchy. If it's hard to chew, it's chewy.
I love food that is both. The outside of the bread was crunchy, but the inside was soft and fluffy.
You can also use savory. It's often used for dishes that are salty or umami, like a good steak or soup. This soup is so savory.
See how just adding one adjective like fluffy or savory totally changes your description? It makes the listener feel like they're tasting the food too. When talking with friends, you need to be able to share what you like and dislike.
For strong likes, you can say, I'm a big fan of food, or I absolutely love food. I'm a big fan of Italian food, especially pizza.
If you prefer one thing over another, use to I prefer cooking at home to eating out every night.
Now for dislikes. Instead of just I hate, you can use the strong phrase I can't stand food. I can't stand seafood, but I love vegetables.
That's a very clear way to express a strong dislike. You can also use I'm not crazy about spicy food, but I'll try it. This is softer.
Let's try a quick share. I prefer savory snacks to sweet ones. What about you?
I'm not crazy about chocolate, but I absolutely love fresh fruit.
Notice how we use different structures. Sharing these personal preferences is the core of natural conversation.
Food isn't just for restaurants. Let's talk about the kitchen.
We need the right verbs. When you cook, you might chop, mix, boil, fry, bake, or grill.
I love to bake cookies on the weekend. It's relaxing. And I always chop onions first when I make soup.
If you're asking for help, you can say, how do I season this? Seasoning means adding salt, pepper, or herbs for flavor. And when you want to show pride, you can say, I made it myself. Or it's my signature dish.
I remember one time I tried to grill a steak, but I accidentally burned it. That's a common mistake.
That's real life. We can also talk about meals. I usually have a quick lunch. Or I always make sure I have a big dinner.
Using these verbs naturally shows you can talk about your life, not just abstract ideas. This is perhaps the most important scene for traveling. You must know how to communicate allergies and special requests clearly.
Absolutely. If you have an allergy, say, I'm allergic to, followed by the ingredient, I'm allergic to peanuts. This is clear and important.
To ask about ingredients, use does this contain? Does this dish contain any dairy?
If you want something changed, use the polite structure. Could you possibly make it without Could you possibly make it without cilantro?
You can also ask about the cooking level, especially for steak. How would you like your steak cooked? The answers are usually rare, medium, or well done.
And for small modifications, use on the side. Could I have the dressing on the side, please? That means the sauce comes separately.
Mastering these phrases ensures a safe and comfortable eating experience anywhere in the world.
Let's practice the full flow. From sitting down to leaving.
When the server approaches, they might ask, "Are you ready to order?" You can say, "Yes, I am," or "Could you give us a few more minutes?"
When they check on you, they'll ask, how is everything? Never say perfect if it's not. Say, everything is delicious, thank you. Or it's great. But could I get some more water?
When you finish, you can say, "Could we have the bill, please?" Or "Check, please."
And don't forget the tip. If you want to leave a tip, you can say, please keep the change.
Let's role play a review after eating. How was your dish, Hana?
It was fantastic. The salmon was savory and perfectly cooked. That's good. Was there anything you didn't like?
I'm not crazy about the dessert. It was a little too sweet for me.
See? Using a range of adjectives and simple conversational questions makes the conversation rich. You know, Ethan, food is often connected to celebration and culture. Talking about it is a great way to connect with people.
That's so true. Every time you try a new dish or ask a question about an ingredient, you're not just practicing English, you're opening a cultural door.
And remember to practice gratitude even for food. Try saying, I am thankful for this delicious meal, or I really appreciate the person who cooked this.
That small habit of expressing thankfulness makes the language you use much warmer and more human.
So, next time you're eating, try to describe the taste or texture in English, even just to yourself.
Because using English for simple, everyday joys like eating makes the learning process feel lighter and more delicious.
Thank you for spending this time with us today.
We're proud of you for showing up, learning, and growing.
We hope this episode helped you feel ready to order your next meal with confidence.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to follow Hana's English Corner and share it with a friend who is also hungry for English practice.
See you next time on Hana's English Corner.
Take care, stay kind, and keep growing.
And remember, keep your English alive every single day.